We have 4 confirmed matches for WrestleMania 42 in Las Vegas, and we are just about a month away, a little bit over. So, in this video, we're going to discuss them, our thoughts, where the storylines are going, and who's going to win.
Let's get into it.
I'm on the way up. Been a long, long time coming, but I'm on the way up. Been a long, long time coming, but I'm on the way up. I'm on the way up. I'm on the way up.
Guys, so as of recording this video, March 10th, 2026, we got 4 matches confirmed for WrestleMania. They're all big title fights, so we're just going to jump right back into them. We got Roman Reigns, the OTC, versus CM Punk, the best in the world. That is going to be main eventing night 2. Main eventing night 1 is going to be Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton, the Viper, the Legend Killer, going up against his protege, per se. Then we've also got Rhea Ripley versus Jade Cargill, a super match that people have been asking for. And last, but certainly not least, we've got the Royal Rumble winner, Liv Morgan versus Stephanie Vaquer.
Just thought we'd make a little video kind of giving our thoughts about where the storylines are going, because we're on the road to WrestleMania, and every Raw, every SmackDown is must-see developing for these storylines. And, of course, give our predictions right now, because we only got the 4, so let's talk about it.
All right, which one do you want to start us off with?
I think we should start with Jade Cargill and Rhea Ripley. I mean, this is a match that not a lot of people saw coming. A lot of people were thinking Charlotte. A lot of people were thinking Tiffy. A lot of people were thinking Bianca. Yeah. And we ended up getting Rhea, which I'm not mad at, because Rhea's been out of the title picture for a little while, but this is also just a dream match, you know? Like, the aura between these two, the entrances, the outfits, the in-ring athleticism is just going to be off the chart. And, I mean, this could be a main event in itself.
Yeah. This match had a lot of moving pieces heading into the road to WrestleMania. You know, going into the Royal Rumble, we weren't sure who's going to win that and if that winner was going to challenge Jade Cargill or Stephanie Vaquer. And we also had the idea that we were getting a healthy Bianca Belair before news came out of her surgery. And this feud, I think, could definitely cook, and they gives and get proper build up, a little bit more. You know, we've already gotten some social media beef.
Yeah, well, we got some real beef, it seems.
Yeah,
like.
yeah, it seems like Jade Cargill's not getting a lot of fans in the backstage area.
Yeah. Now, something I wanted to talk about in this video is kind of like, what does a storyline need from now to then, right? Like, how are we going to build this to where, okay, this is prime WrestleMania. This is what we want, right? I think they should play into this beef. You know, hopefully
they will.
Hopefully backstage they've settled things with the front office and everything like that. But if we can get this beef that is real to still be even more real on TV, I think this could make for some good TV. Like, we can have, shots sent on social media, We can have them going off script, seemingly going off script. Maybe even Rhea actually going off script,
I think this is going to be very similar to that Charlotte Flair, Tiffany Stratton build.
Yeah. And that was cooking. We were like, okay, like this is just an animosity here, right? Mm-hmm. I think we can kind of get that same thing, cultivating to the big match at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I think it'll be great, and I'm all here for it.
Yeah, I agree. I think it'll be great. I don't know if it starts off night 1 or night 2, or if it's going to be in the middle. Like, you got to, it's tough because you have these Royal Rumble winners, and the whole thing. I mean, Rhea didn't win, obviously. We'll get to that Royal Rumble winner next. But we always talk about how the Royal Rumble...
She won the chamber.
Yeah, but I'll get to it. We always talk about how the Royal Rumble is the main event of WrestleMania. You win that, you get the main event.
For sure.
Doesn't look like that's going to happen with the women, and it didn't happen last year. So we're actually going to go move it now to the winner, Liv Morgan and Stephanie Vaquer. Probably going to start night 1 or night 2. Same thing with Rhea and Jade Cargill.
Yeah. Now, here's my issue with this feud right now, okay? I think it was started a little too early. And I say this because if you look at what's going on TV right now, we've already had the heated promos and the confrontations, We've already had the beatdown attacks and stuff. Normally you would have a match now on Raw. We have a whole other month to go. We're talking about like 4 or 5 shows.
Mm-hmm.
And now it seems like Liv is kind of in this storyline with Finn getting kicked out of the Judgment Day, which, I mean, rightfully so. She's, in the Judgment Day. But I just don't know like what they're gonna be able to do that they haven't already done to get. Like, I'm interested in the match. I know it's gonna be good. I know it's gonna be a banger. It's just what more can they really do right now to make this to where we're really, really interested even more. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think that wild card will be Raquel Rodriguez. And I think the seeds have already been planted, especially with Liv Morgan eliminating her in the Royal Rumble. I just think she's biding her time, and this could be for the lead up, or it could be the payoff at WrestleMania where she costs Liv or turns on Liv, whatever it may be. The Judgment Day is already crumbling. I think Raquel's the next domino to fall, and realistically, I'd love for her to be a part of the build up. Because like you said, it's already kind of getting to the point where
Getting almost stale.
We've already seen Liv shed tears. I think it'll get even more personal as the weeks progress.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want too much build up, and that was a lot of the problems for not just this match. I mean, every match that's already been announced, we're feeling like, okay, we got a lot of time till Mania, and
well, see, the thing is, like the other matches that are announced, like. We just talked about what they can do with Rhea and Jade, and they haven't even touched the surface of that yet.
Yeah, I think the chamber match winners definitely help with that. That's more recent.
If you look at, and we'll get to the other two, the main event, but there's a lot of room there still too. There's a lot going on, but with this one, they've already said like, hey, I earned it. Stephanie said, I earned it. I've been through all these places. I came from the bottom up. You were kind of like. Got the silver spoon, right? Made her cry. We've seen the attack. I guess if it were me booking it, I would definitely have Raquel involved in this. I mean, I personally wouldn't be mad if she was added to the match somehow. That would make things really interesting.
Yeah, I agree. That's kind of where I want.
Like we could end up having that, but if not, I don't know. Like maybe we get some type of I don't know. You could do some type of thing where there's like a beatdown to where Liv is like questionable for Mania. Raquel jumps in, takes her spot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then, bam, triple threat. Liv's pissed off. She's trying to take her spot. I don't know. They're just, outside of that, I don't know what you can do for another 4 weeks that hasn't already been done.
Well, it's also a victim of circumstance, right? Like, the Royal Rumble was January, right? The only reason Roman and Punk aren't in this situation is because it's Roman and Punk. And Roman's on a lighter schedule, so we don't see him as often. But... the winner of the Royal Rumble from then till WrestleMania, that's a lot of time.
And I might add to that. So, if you look at literally every other match that's announced, the titles that are involved, they have been involved in other feuds that have been carrying it to where we can have that buffer room, right? So, Punk was over there dealing with Finn. Cody... been dealing with Drew and everything.
He just got the title back.
Like, he just got the title back. So that we haven't even got that at all yet started. Yeah. And Jade and Rhea, like, we haven't even seen that because she literally just won the chamber. And before that, Jade wasn't really doing much.
And Jordan Grace was her only title defense.
But at the same time, you didn't, like, overdo something too soon.
They were on two different brands. So, it's something fresh that all these matches have, except for this Stephanie versus versus Stephanie Vaquero versus Liv Morgan.
There you go.
There it is.
Yeah.
Match has.
Yeah. So I guess we'll move on because we've been talking about this match for a minute.
Please do.
But I will say it'll be interesting to see where it goes. Now moving on to Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton. Right. This match just got announced. Randy Orton winning the chamber. Cody winning the title back from Drew on SmackDown. There's a lot of moving pieces in this one, too, because let's look at the facts here. There was a contract that was signed between Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes. It said specifically, Cody does not get a rematch for the title unless he wins Rumble or Chamber, which he didn't win either one of those.
And this contract was signed for the 3 Stages of Hell match, just to clarify.
Yeah. It didn't say anything, if Drew screws him, then he doesn't get it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But he already got it, and Cody already won the title back. Mm-hmm. We also have to look at Fatu here, because Fatu, in my eyes, have been screwed time in and time out. You know what I mean?
And he just screwed Drew.
Yeah. It definitely seems like they're moving towards... I mean, it's already been announced. Randy and Cody, and then Drew and Fatu. Yeah. But I do wonder, where Drew's head is in all this. He's not just going to shut up and give it up, right? That's not the type of person Drew is.
Yeah.
So, it's going to be interesting to see how we get there, either to an acceptance of this or to a multi-man match.
Yeah, and like you said earlier on stream, if you guys were there, shout out. You guys, it said more specifically that Drew McIntyre could easily just sign his name. Cody Rhodes got John Cena's signature with John Cena unconscious.
Yeah.
These contract signings aren't really necessarily by the book nowadays.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure didn't Rhea sign a contract too that she wasn't even on the match of?
Yeah, that's how they got the triple threat at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
With Io and Naomi.
Yeah. Like, this happens all the time.
Yeah.
You just sign it.
So there's definitely a world where we could still get this multi-man match where it's a fatal four-way, throw Drew and Fatu in there. I think that's a small possibility. But even if it's not, we just got into the Randy versus Cody world to where now, the first match will be Friday the 13th, and we got that's literally a month of booking. That's perfect. That's what you want.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. For the first promo.
Yeah.
It'll be Friday the 13th. And there's something interesting here because we've been wanting this match for a long time. We've been asking for it literally since Cody got back, since Randy returned from injury at War Games. Like, this was the match to make. Let's make Randy heel. Randy has been doing some selfish things, He's been listening to Aleister Black.
So is Cody, though.
So is Cody. Now, Aleister Black and Randy, they have unfinished business on SmackDown, so I think we're going to see that feud play out some. Mm-hmm. We still have time to go with that. And I think that could really mess with Randy's head.
Yeah.
But it's going to probably mess with it into making him full-blown heel at, like, you know what, screw all of this. I'm going to WrestleMania. I don't care who's in front of me. I'm kicking their head off and taking that championship. He's taking number 15. And Cody, on the other hand, he's also in a weird position because now he's got to fight his friend. He's got Drew looking over his shoulder.
It seems like the only thing he cares about nowadays is that championship as well.
Yeah. So there's many different ways that this can play out. At the end of the day, though, I'm ready for either one. Whether it's a multi-man match, whether it's a singles match, I think it's going to do really well.
Yeah, I agree. Now let's talk to the cream of the crop. The best match, the best in the world, the OTC, Roman Reigns, CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship. This match should, carry us into the next stage where going into Saudi Arabia. We'll get into that in the future. But as of now, how do we get to where we need to get?
Well, if you look at, we're filming this Monday. This will be out Wednesday. So we just saw no Roman, but Punk out there and the Usos are going at it.
Yeah, and Roman will be here next week.
Yeah, Roman's gonna be here next week. Like, the Usos are pissed because
they weren't at the beginning of the show.
Yeah, I mean, y'all have seen what CM Punk said about Sika, about Roman's father, about their uncle.
This in the bloodline.
And you can't do that.
They don't say that.
The bloodline runs deep. So we've already got things getting personal there. Yeah. And I think Roman's going to come on Raw, and he's going to say, look, this wasn't personal before. This was just business. I'm a businessman. Look at my face. It's on the posters. Look at all the people here. I'm for business. But when you make it personal, he can make it personal. So he can bring up...
Larry.
Yeah, he could bring up his dog. You know what I mean? He can bring up his relationship if he wants to.
Dog.
Yeah, I mean, he can bring up, him leaving. He can bring up his time in AEW. Nothing's off limits at this point, you know? You also have to wonder, like, other bloodline members and stuff getting involved. Elders.
Rock. Dwayne. TKO shareholder.
Last time that somebody talked smack about the bloodline, what happened?
The Rock showed up. Is there a Mama Punk that we need to know about?
Yeah, I mean, Cody Rhodes got slapped in the face during the press conference, and that's how we got to the build-up of WrestleMania 40, right? Yeah. Which was phenomenal.
Mm-hmm. The best WrestleMania
I've
ever
think,
watched.
Yeah, honestly, like, one of the best. Like, I think that if you're going to do The Rock and Roman at Mania, if that's a possibility that we're looking at WrestleMania 43, I think that you can have the next few shows. I think you have more of these fiery promos. I think you have
family.
I think you have brawls. I think you have the Usos getting involved. I think you have, I don't know, you can do so much here. And I almost wouldn't mind seeing, like, kind of what we saw with Cody and Rock. Like, Roman just full on going tribal chief here.
Yeah.
Backstage, bloodying up Punk. Like, that's the type of stuff I want for this, right?
I agree.
And then teasing here and there. Roman on the phone. Who's he on the phone with, you know? The Usos talking with Roman, that kind of stuff. Like, segments with them.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know if Sammy's busy. Maybe Sammy's over there on
Gets in Punk's head, you know, he's doing his little dance.
Yeah, you never know. Like, there's options, right? At WrestleMania, you have The Rock come. Everybody thinks, you know, he's here. Like, man, he honestly probably does help Roman. He does help Roman win. Roman gets it or whatever. Or maybe he doesn't even help him win. Maybe just after the show, he just comes out. Roman wins clean.
And we already got a match with 43
and
confirmed.
They just stand there, you know what I mean? WrestleMania 43.
Cinema.
Yeah, but like I said, there's so much we can do. We'll just have to enjoy the ride that
Triple
WWE
H is taking us on.
Yeah.
Because you know why? Because that's what we do. It's a new era.
I will say, I give our predictions real quick for these 4 matches, early predictions. I've got Roman winning. I've got Randy winning. Now, the others, the women's matches are a little bit more tricky. I got Liv winning, I think, because Stephanie's going to have the title for a good amount of time. Liv is, like, over. She's so over, you know what I mean? Fans want her to have the title. Rhea and Jade, I'm not sure, but I think it's going to be Rhea. So I'm kind of predicting all new champions.
That's the hard thing is, like, going into these WrestleManias, you always think it's going to be a page turner to where like all these titles are going to change. So many new things are going to happen. I think Roman does win, unless, you know, The Rock pulls some crazy shit. I do think Randy wins. He gets 15. I think Stephanie wins, and we're getting Stephanie versus Naomi, or, you know, maybe even, you know, Raquel pops in there somewhat.
Yeah, Coster.
And then the other thing you got to think about is where's Bianca's recovery at that point? Because do you really keep Jade with that title for that long? If Bianca's nowhere close, it'll be Rhea. You know, it's just the same.
The hard thing is, like, these women's division, this is probably for another video, but these women's divisions aren't necessarily very evened out right now. Mm-hmm. There's nobody on SmackDown.
That's why Rhea's over there right now.
Yeah, like, they had to move Rhea over there because there's nobody else, really. I mean, there is Charlotte. I guess I can't say that. There is matches we haven't got. There is Charlotte. There is Alexa. So I guess there's always room to grow, but Rhea also in any of the matches would cook.
Yeah.
But let us know in the comments, what do you think of our WrestleMania 42 discussion, our predictions and stuff. We'll be putting out a lot more predictions, a lot more content as matches get announced. We'll be making videos about them, talking about it.
Hell yeah.
Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. Check all the links in the description for all of our socials and everything like that. I'm Red.
I'm Son of Steve.
As always, keep it exclusive.